Thank you, Shannon. So, hello, my name is Dr. Gregory Jones. I'm a clinical psychologist specializing in LGBTQ mental health and work at Georgetown University as the LGBTQ specialist. I'm also a gay man and a survivor of childhood bullying for my perceived sexuality. Sadly, I'm not the only youth to experience the effects of bullying. In 2009, an estimated 9 out of 10 LGBTQ youth experienced some form of bullying, from taunting all the way to violent physical attacks. I'm here today as a mental health professional to give you information about the effects of bullying on LGBTQ youth, signs and symptoms of youth at risk for suicide, how to help and access resources, and to provide hope, because it does get better. Did you know that for every gay and lesbian youth who is bullied, 4 straight students are bullied for being perceived as gay or lesbian? The stigma and hostility that these students receive from bullying can make them more likely to skip school, smoke, engage in drug or alcohol use, sexually risky behavior, self-harming behavior, suicide attempts, and completions. Out LGBTQ youth are at a higher risk for being the victim of a bias-related crime, which can lead to dangerous outcomes, including all things listed above, and engaging in criminal activity and running away from home. 28% of gay and lesbian high school students dropped out of school because of harassment resulting from their sexual orientation. So let's review some statistics. Lesbian, gay, and bisexual adolescents are up to 4 times more likely to attempt suicide than their heterosexual peers. 30 to 40% of the LGBT community have attempted suicide at some point in their life. Again, that's 30 to 40%. 800,000 people die from suicide worldwide every year. Of that, 32,000 die in the United States. And of that, 4,000 are aged 15 to 24. So according to the statistics, it is likely that 1,000 LGBTQ youth commit suicide in the United States every year. That's approximately 3 LGBT youth committing suicide every day. Recently, there have been 9 publicized suicides of teens for the perception of and or bullying due to their sexuality, including 15-year-old Billy Lucas from Indiana, 13-year-old Seth Welsh, and 19-year-old Tyler Clementi from Rutgers University. Their stories are painful and heart-wrenching, and they are only a small handful of the hundreds of untold stories of gay and lesbian youth who have committed suicide this year. From these tragedies, hope can be found, lessons can be learned, and people can be educated. We are here today to protect our community and make our schools safer for all LGBTQ youth. It is important to know what risk factors to look for in students who are at risk to attempt suicide, regardless of sexuality. Try to remember the acronym IS PATH WARN. I, ideation. S, substance abuse. P, purposelessness. A, anxiety. T, trapped. H, hopelessness. W, withdrawal. A, anger. R, recklessness. M, mood changes. Some risk factors that are unique to the LGBTQ community include coming out at an early age, religious background, living in a rural community where there are few LGBTQ adults, and having untrained school and staff counselors in LGBT concerns. But there are multiple resources available for at-risk students and teens to help prevent suicide. The Trevor Project operates 3 core programs designed to provide life-saving and life-affirming resources for LGBTQ youth. The Trevor Lifeline is the nation's only 24/7 suicide prevention hotline for LGBTQ youth. The number for that hotline is 1-866-4U-TREVOR or 1-866-488-7386. The Trevor Project provides an acronym to help you remember how you can help someone who is suicidal. Why care? Why? You are never alone. You are responsible for anyone who chooses to take their own life. As friends, family, and loved ones, All you can do is listen, support, and assist the person in getting the help they need. C. Connect the person to resources and to a supportive, trusted adult. A. Accept and listen to the person's feelings and take them seriously. R. Respond if a person has a plan to attempt suicide and tell someone you trust. E. Empower the person to get help and to call the Trevor Lifeline. There are other helpful resources, and I'm going to quickly list off the websites. afsp.org, lgbtcenters.org, glisten.org, lgbthealth.net, pflag.org, CCIS.org, soulforce.org, and the Suicide Prevention Resource Center at sprc.org. So I want to conclude today with part of my own story. I too was bullied for my perceived sexuality and experienced the isolating pain that this can cause. I dreaded the school bus, gym class, and lunchtime. It was not easy, but it got better. Taunting increased during high school, but it got better. I came out to friends and family during college, and it got better. And recently, one of my childhood bullies contacted me to say, "I'm sorry. I was wrong for how I treated you." We actually ended up getting together for lunch this past summer and we had a very enjoyable time. So I'm here to testify that it did get better. So thank you. Please remember you are not alone in this.
Yay!